Welcome into the LFC transfer room. It's Red or Dead. Myself, Jack, hosting yet again. On my left, Matty Orme, the defending champion. And on my right, we have a new person to defend Manchester United, the opponents of tomorrow, Dev from Ultra United. How are you doing today?
Yeah, all good, man. Looking forward to it. I heard I got some pedigree to live up to here, so let's hope I can steal the mantle away. But yeah, looking forward to this one.
Matty, you look calm, collected. You're the. I don't want to call you the favorite. I haven't seen Dev in action yet, but how are you feeling?
I'm actually quite nervous, because I went to uni in Manchester, so if I was to lose, I just wouldn't hear the end of it. So this is the one I have to win.
A lot of stakes here. So if this is your first Reddit that you're watching, I'll explain the rules very briefly. So obviously on Thursday, there's the match between Liverpool and Manchester United. So this is a debate show, kind of where we're going to have to pose some debate topics on either side. I'm going to offer each of these gentlemen 30 seconds to argue either side of an argument. It doesn't matter how strong, like the argument, it's like the point, I guess the topic itself doesn't matter. How good they can argue it is if they're going to win in my eyes. First 1 to 3 points wins the title. There's not a crazy like cash prize or anything, but you get the bragging rights, and Matty gets to avoid being made fun of by his friends from uni. 30 seconds. I want to get into the first topic. I think I'd be remiss to do anything else other than the reason why we're doing this on Wednesday as opposed to like a Friday before a Sunday match. So obviously there were the protests that forced the match to be rescheduled from the Sunday where it was originally scheduled to where it will be happening tomorrow on Thursday. Now the owners of Manchester United were the reason for that, the Glazer family. Both Liverpool and Manchester United have American owners. Now Dev and Matty, you're going to have to argue why you like your owners. Would you rather have FSG or would you rather have the Glazers? And Matty, since Dev won the coin toss beforehand, you get to choose. Are you red? You're bigging up the FSG, or you're dead? You're bigging up the Glazers.
Yeah, I'm FSG. I have been quite a bit about the Glazers as well, so that's quite a good question for me.
So Dev, you can always preface this and say, I don't actually believe what I'm about to argue, but you're going to have to argue why the Glazers are better owners than FSG and why they've been good for Manchester United. Are you ready?
Yep. I'm ready.
I like the confidence. 30 seconds starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's really easy to look at what the Glazers have done since coming into Manchester United and say they're not connected with the fans, they're not connected with what we want to do. But at the end of the day, like owners are there to be a money pit, and they put a lot of money into the club. And now that we've got the main person out of the room who was responsible for transfers and a lot of our confusion, we can use the money that they do have, which they have a lot of, and they'll learn from their mistakes just now so that we can push forward and go for the title once more.
With a few seconds left, there's always different tactics that people use. They want to stop early so they're not cut off. They want to use all 30 seconds. It's a bit of a learning curve. I was in the debate show once. It's a bit of a learning curve, but strong opening argument. Matty, you get to big up your boys. Fenway Sports Group. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to have you go in 3, 2, 1, go.
See, Liverpool fans have only really liked the owners since this Super League thing. With FSG, they aren't funneling money out of our football club to fund other franchises. The Glazers funnel money out of Manchester United to fund the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, they've just won the Super Bowl, but they're given £50 million money, which is just a madness. I can't believe that any fan base would allow their owners to do that and there not be more uproar. But I suppose United have had the uproar for years. But
Did your internet just crap out randomly, Matty?
Sometimes it does. Yeah, I'm only 5G to be honest, so it shouldn't do.
That was funny because you were in the middle of the argument and then you just disappear for about like half a second and you just come back on like the left side. That was an interesting one because I only heard like, I don't know, 90% of Matty's because he was just kind of like just smited by his internet service very briefly. I liked. So there's always different arguments you can take. Matty went with the tearing down the Glazers rather than bigging up man with FSG. Dev, you went for kind of, why they're better than FSG, And, I'm going to put Matty in a bit of a hole here. Dev gets the first point for arguing why the Glazers are better. All right, back here, Matty on a different device now. So this next question is now choice goes to Dev, who deferred and actually won the point. So he's really in a very comfortable spot, honestly. This next question may not turn out as nice as I wanted it to. So yesterday, when we're recording this Tuesday, Manchester United played Leicester. Leicester winning the match, giving Manchester City the title, and putting Leicester 9 points ahead of Liverpool in the race for the top 4. Now, a lot of Liverpool fans were upset because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, having only a day of rest before and a day of rest after, gave several first-team debuts to players, a lot of rotation. He didn't throw the match, but Bruno Fernandes was on the bench, Rashford was on the bench, Maguire didn't play against injury, so there was not a lot of first-choice players in that match. Were Liverpool fans right to be angry at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for handing the title to their in-city rivals? Or should they shut up and recognize that you lost 6 home matches in a row? So the choices here are red. They're right to be upset at Ole for not competing fully with his best side. Or dead. You should have won the home matches. So Dev, are you red or are you dead?
So I'm going to say that they are wrong to say that, and I'm going to say dead.
Okay, so Matty, you get to argue first. This is going to be an interesting argument, I think, for you, Matty.
For context, right, I disagree with all the Liverpool fans about this.
This is the best part, when you have to disagree with what you're arguing. Like, I love when Liverpool fans have to argue why a player's bad. I forget who it was that said, like, Diogo Jota was a flop, one of our Liverpool guys. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, it hurts, but I'm trying to get the point. So, Matty, you're going to argue why it was wrong for Ole to rest the squad. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to have you go in 3, 2, 1, go.
If that was my manager and Everton Football Club were on the brink of winning the league, I would have done everything to stop it. Manchester United actually have an easier running than Manchester City, in my opinion. City can slip up. This season, they've won the league on 80-odd points. The past 3 seasons, it took 90-odd points to win it. So in my opinion, United still could have won the league. So I think their fans should be more frustrated that their own managers give the league to their biggest rivals, rather than saying, no, we can still win this. Liverpool challenged to the end 2 years ago when we knew.
That's the most painful part. I can understand that feeling, Matty, when you're like, I need one more thing.
Yeah.
All right, Dev. You're 1 point up. Chance to really put yourself in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to argue why Liverpool fans just shut up. Should have won that. Are you ready?
Yep, ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
The basis of Manchester United winning the league would have meant that Manchester City had to slip up, and that includes going to Newcastle. I know you guys might have done that, but they wouldn't have done it. We played a number of first-team internationals, one who was the best goalkeeper in the world 3 years ago, and a number of players who would have got into our team now, and we couldn't beat them. They deserve to be rotated. Even Klopp says that our fixture congestion was criminal, and I agree with him, and Ollie reacted to it, and Liverpool fans need to calm down.
Wow, with 5 seconds left. He just drops the bombshell. You know, I believe you're the second time we've ever had a non-part of the LFC transfer room on. We had Jack Collins in the Fulham one. That was a great time because he was obviously a different perspective. And you just go in on us. We may not lose to Newcastle. I'm like, what? What are you doing this?
Now, to be fair, though, for context, I genuinely do believe if United would have pushed it to the end, they could have had a chance. City are all for the Champions League. Their focuses are elsewhere now.
I think, Matty, you're continuing your argument, and that's where you're going.
No, I'm just saying, like, I agree. I agree with Dev, to be fair.
I should get the point then if he agrees. I mean, I'm just saying.
Matty, are you just trying to go 2-0 down?
No.
This was a really good argument from both of you. I felt a little hurt by the Newcastle jab, but it was very true.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Matty the point here. I thought the pulling it to the Everton was really interesting.
Come
and
on.
Close. Keep it close. The 1-1. But Dev, you keep that up, I'm gonna have to hand a Manchester United fan a win on red or dead, and that's gonna hurt my soul.
Oh,
hit my soul as well.
But what you may learn is that by padding to my ego, you get better points. So
that's just not that. What is this? What have I been invited to?
All right, this debate is, I think, going to be interesting as well. So the choice goes back to Matty from the first one, 1-1 again. This may just be like, I don't know. It's a very simple one. Who would you rather have? Paul Pogba or Thiago Alcantara? Matty, are you red or are you dead?
Red.
You're red?
Yeah.
Dev, you get to argue. Pogba better than Thiago. Are you ready?
Ready.
Probably what you would prefer to do as a Manchester United fan. So
Yeah, I want Pogba. Let's give me this.
all right.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
You can't doubt that Thiago's not a good player. He clearly is a good player. But the fact is, he's been more injury ravaged this season than Pogba has in all of the seasons at Manchester United. Yes, I know he has been brought in for free, and yes, I know he's on a decent wage, the same as Pogba. But if you're looking at someone who's the all-round midfield player, do you really think that Thiago's getting anywhere near him? No. Goals, assists, and in the impact in the Premier League season, no one's coming close to him, and Thiago is in that category.
Dev just loves to short, sweet. He has his argument. Doesn't need to pad the runtime. Matty, just gonna run right into it. You ready?
Yeah.
Thiago Alcantara versus Paul Pogba. You're choosing Thiago.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
You're talking about Paul Pogba and goals and assists. This is the man who in over 50 games over the last 3 years has scored 4 goals and had 6 assists. He is lazy. Don't get me wrong, one of the best footballers when he can be arsed. When can Paul Pogba ever be bothered? You're talking about Thiago Alcantara, who has won the league in Spain, won the league in Germany. This season's been bad for Liverpool. He's going to win the league next season with Liverpool. He is world class, one of the best midfielders to ever play the game. He is mustard. Paul Pogba.
Time. And what's funny is that Dev's sitting there fuming. He wants to continue the debate.
Yeah, we're going to have words after this. Me and him, we're going to get off camera.
I'm getting out of here right after this is done, so you guys...
Yeah.
Man, 2 good arguments again. So, Matty, you went a bit in the past.
I'm very surprised you put Pogba against Thiago and not Fernandez or someone like that.
I would have preferred it.
That's a preview for the next question. I'm not ignoring Bruno for these questions. So.
Okay. Damn it.
Matty went back in time, his time in Spain, his time in Germany.
Also told you why Pogba is a fraud.
No, and then he also said he's going to win the league next season with Liverpool. Has he forgotten about City? Like, no, come on. Like, there's pandering to it now. Come on.
Anfield with fans, power of that.
That's what the hell? I'm a Trafford with fans. That's not fair.
And the debate, Matty, you're pushing it beyond. And you know what, Matty? You've been pushing the debate too far. I was on the line. I was trying to figure out how to push it over, and your shenanigans is giving Dev the point. Dev, you take the lead 2-1, and with the chance to bury it here with the choice.
Yeah. I was scared with that one because I don't actually believe it, but I kind of believe it, but I don't at the same time. So
that's actually going to be probably one of the best debates that I'll bring up. Like, they're both very good. I think Pogba's more complete, but what Thiago can do, he can do really, really well.
Yeah, very true.
I honestly believe United should sell Pogba and improve the team elsewhere because he's just useless. I think they could get better players than Pogba.
I think the depth would help, but that's a debate for another day.
Yeah.
So this one, we're going to, I guess, much like when the Super League happened and fans from all different fan bases united in hatred against that, we'll unite with our players who get a bit of a reputation for diving. Mohamed Salah and Bruno Fernandes, penalty merchants. Salah, 20 goals, 4 assists in the league.
I love you, Jeff.
Bruno Fernandes, 17 goals and 11 assists in the league. In terms of the penalty spot, Salah 6 for 6, Bruno 9 for 10. And they are 1 and 2 in terms of penalties made. It's the 90th minute. Match is 0-0. Who do you want stepping up to the spot? Mohamed Salah or Bruno Fernandes? Which penalty merchant do you want taking the penalty for you? The left footer or the right footer? Red or dead? Dev, it is your choice. What are you taking?
I'm going to go Bruno. So whichever one that is.
That's a dead. That'll be dead.
Yeah.
So Matty, you can take this however you want. General player history, the penalties only, however you want to take it. Bruno Fernandes versus Mohamed Salah, 2 penalty merchants at their peak. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's a hard one.
But you guys are arguing your boys. I like that.
Yeah.
Thiago and Salah, and Dev, you're arguing Pogba and Bruno. All right,
Yeah.
Matty, 3, 2, 1, go.
Talking about who you want to step up as your penalty taker, you want someone who can do it under the biggest pressures out there. Mohamed Salah has scored a penalty in a Champions League final. If I'm not mistaken, Bruno Fernandes couldn't even score one past Peter Galaxy, who's a Liverpool Football Club reject. I want someone who can sit there and hold the cool. Mohamed Salah can do that. He takes him in the World Cup for Egypt and took him in the Champions League final for Liverpool. The man is ice cold running through his veins. Fernandes, who wants his hop and skip?
The hop and skip argument was going to be very interesting for Matty. And it's like, so afterwards, we should write this down. All right, Thiago versus Pogba and the hop and skip from Matty. We didn't bring this up when we're allowed to. Dev, the chance to bury him here and now, 3-1, only happened once before. Matty did it to Chedu earlier, maybe last time. Was it, or was it time before that? I can't remember.
Time before that.
He won 3-1. And then the last question was just kind of like, oh, you know, what really matters, he already won. So, Dev, you can put yourself in that spot if you win this point here. Bruno Fernandes, the better penalty merchant compared to Salah. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
So you've been calling upon all of the times where Salah's taken a penalty in big games. Bruno did it on his debut for Manchester United, just when he signed for big money as well, coming from Sporting Lisbon, where he was their penalty taker there and did it in the Liga NOS decider only the season before. And then you want to talk about what's going to happen if you call him up for the 90th minute. You can only call upon what you've done before so many times. How about you call upon varieties? You talk about hop and skip. He's buried 3 without having to do that motion. He has variety, way more than Salah can give. And Salah's a one-trick pony, and you're calling Bruno that. I think you look at yourself, mate.
Time. Ooh, that was nice. He was able to get in that last
just
jab.
there, yeah. I was staring at the thing. I was like, as soon as it hits 8.
Oh. I think this is tremendously argued, Dev. But I think I don't know how to phrase this. I think you tried to go hit Matty back with his argument, but you were trying to hit back the Champions League final with a Premier League match for Manchester United. If that makes sense. I'm going to give Matty the point, 2-2. But very, very close.
What?
True though.
When I was thinking of this question, I didn't think about the Champions League final angle. So, Matty, point for creativity.
Yeah,
there.
fair play. That kind of messed me up a little bit. I can't lie.
And Dev, I mean, you argued this very well. I think in terms of more creative penalty taker, Bruno 100%.
Yeah,
so just kind of
variety.
past the goalie, you know?
Exactly. He's done that before. Damn it. Again, off camera. We'll talk.
We'll flip another coin to determine who gets to pick, like if you want to choose or not for this last question. Dev, you're the guest. I'll let you choose. Do you want heads or tails?
I go for heads again.
Flip a coin. It is tails. You can't really see that. All right, so Matty.
What?
Matty, you get the choice here.
I want to go second.
So you want Dev to get the choice here?
I want Dev to go have red or red, yeah. Because I know he's going to pick Dev. He's not going to say Liverpool are going to win United.
So that means you'll be arguing first. You're good with that?
I want to argue second. I'm red.
So then take the choice.
Red.
So yes, argue first. Okay.
Red.
We're on the same page now.
Red.
So, Matty, I'm going to ask you a very hard question. That's going to be very difficult for you to pick. Who's going to win on Thursday, Liverpool or Manchester United?
Liverpool.
So, Dev, in 30 seconds, you're going to argue why tomorrow, on Thursday, Manchester United are going to, I mean, that just end Liverpool's top 4 hopes, would it not? At Old Trafford. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Last 30-second argument before we go off camera, and then it's just an all-out brawl.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
We talked about it a little bit earlier, but we've rested so many of our key players just in anticipation for Liverpool. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a winner, and he wants to make sure that his best recruits are there to take you guys down. And the thing is, we only have one other game beyond you guys to even think about, and that's Villarreal. You lot still have to actually win your game to even have a sniff of the top 4, so you're going to give it a good go. But if anyone's there to outwit Klopp, it's going to be Ole. We did it in the FA Cup, and we can do it again. And I reckon with the form we're in, we'll just outscore you, and you're going to have to do the best you can to keep up.
Time. Very well timed. His last argument for Dev. Left it all on the field.
Man, I was sweating. Like, I just literally just...
A lot of pressure. Matty, your last 30-second argument until the all-out brawl after this is recorded. 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Liverpool beating Manchester United. You ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, Go.
You're talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being a winner. In terms of a managerial manager, winning the Manchester Senior Cup in 2008-9 doesn't make you a winner. But if you want to talk about winners, let's focus on Jurgen Klopp, Premier League, Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, German League winner. Also, United, notorious this year, are terrible at home. You're actually level on points with Liverpool for home form, and you've lost 5 games, only getting 9 wins out of 17 this season. Liverpool, on the other hand, away from home this year has been most prolific. 7 wins, 6 draws. We don't get beat away from home.
Come on now. Come on now.
You know, I usually say it like once or twice in like the first few questions about how hard it is to pick these. This.
I'm saying not, and I'll lose my point.
Smart, Matty. Smart man. You've learned. Like I genuinely don't know, because there's just, if I think, all right, this point probably was the decider. I'm like, oh man, but they did that, and it's in 30 seconds. So credit to both of you. And before you guys want to get mad at me for picking, thank you both for coming on. Check out Dev's links in the description, Matty's links in the description, maybe my link too. Follow me on Twitter. Jaxie Everett. Enough pushing it off. I think, even though he said managerial manager, I want to give Matty the ever slight edge.
That is such favoritism. That
And
is
you know what?
such favoritism.
You know what? Matty knows me, and he knows how much I love the trophy logic. And he hit Ole on that. He hit him after the Europa
He didn't
League.
mention anything about the upcoming game.
I know.
What
I
do
know.
you actually mean?
You asked why would Liverpool win? Liverpool will win Manchester United because United are terrible at home this year. Liverpool are having a bad season, and United are level
We
on
beat
points.
them at home this season in the FA Cup. Like, what the
Thing is, no, I'm talking
What
Premier
the
League.
hell?
In the Premier League, you are currently level on points with Liverpool for home
In
form.
the Premier League, you want to look at current form? Look, it's happening now. We're gonna have this chat now. You might as well just call it off.
Let's get out of here. End the video before these lads just descend into madness. Dev, even though I handed you the loss, I really appreciate you coming on. And next time there's a Manchester United Liverpool match, we're having you back on, because very, very good arguing. Check him out, Ultra United, in the description. Developing that page over there. I want to always help out our fellow creators. Matty, you'll be back on again. You've won. How are you feeling, really quick, before we get out of here?
This is better than winning United tomorrow.
It's a fix. It's just a fix.
And you know what,
such
Dev?
a fix.
You know what, Dev? That's what we do here on the LFC Transfer Room.
Yeah, like, what the
rig
hell?
it.
To be fair, though, if you watch older ones, Jack actually never fixes them. Never.
Well, he
Say it
has
again.
now.
I've broken my rule.
He has learned a new trick today.
A great recording as always, and I appreciate both of your time. Have a good rest of your day, gentlemen. Best of luck both sides tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe to the LFC Transfer Room. Follow us on Twitter. Check out Ultra United in the description with Dev. For myself, Jack, and for Dev and Matty, take care.